Alright, after last night's stream, I decided that I would put up a basic guide how I'll be doing my bases in the future. First off, you know, you have to set up the base computer, and I always set up my base computer pointing in the direction where I want the front door will face. That way the spacecraft will always appear here and to the right until you build the launch bay or the landing pad, which I have not yet. I get to try again in 37 minutes. That being said, the first thing I do is I place a square room and a door at the initial build plan. The next thing I do is I lay out a series of corridors. First I start with a space, because the storage vaults will butt up against this, and therefore they cannot be placed there. I skip this part because we will be using a straight piece here later. I build off on here all the way to 9. I did get an extra storage container from the base computer, which is nice. So now I have this one. At the end of this can be a door. Obviously, with the way this base is, I may do something fun over here on this end, maybe just drop it down. But for the time being, I'm not that particular. So this is your basic base module. And the first thing I build in my basic module is, of course, the teleporter. Now, let's start building out and around. So we'll go to the build menu. And we go to structures and large rooms. And the very first thing we place is, it's a cheap way to get windows, is the curved cord. You can do what you like, but at the end of every corridor should be a ring. I don't want to waste too much space or even too much materials. And because there's currently a bug with disappearing doors with the round rooms, I'm using square rooms. I like the round rooms a little more, but the square rooms, well, they don't have the issues. And we'll build another curved corridor. And another room. Oops. Player inside object. Curved corridor. And square room. Yeah. Now, the last one is we are going to start connecting them with a square room, and now I have a mostly glass circular base design. Now the only thing that we need to worry about is whether or not we're going to build up or down. And we really can't see that from inside. So we'll have to go outside. And we'll go ahead and I get cut on the geometry. Alright. Now we have this central thing here, the central pit. You're gonna go ahead and stream bomb me today, huh? Alright. Don't go chasing after the ship's cat. She is full of bites. We will join these with corridors, just to make it easier to access. And this is your very, very simple, basic 4-room base design. Circular, clean, easy to access. and in my humble opinion, quite attractive as well. Now we're going to need more than 4 rooms. This is going to be a primary base. This would be done if I was on a planet I did not mean. It was only going to be there for me to run in and out a bit. Wait, what? Yes, it did pull from it, didn't it? Alright. So what we'll do instead, I don't know if I filled it up, but I tried to. Let's see if I did. Nope, it even pulled from there. Alright, well, I'm going to have to go do something I did not want to do. I thought I had enough. I really heavily mined this morning for this. Is that we need much more ferrite. And this is eventually going to get destroyed anyway, so we'll go ahead and mine this. Now, the base doesn't need structural supports. The No Man's Sky is very generous with that. But I do like to add the supports. Just on one I'm going to be really proud of. Wow, okay. I might build down then. Now, I don't know if I can attach one here, so let's go ahead and see if we can. No, maybe with a small room? I thought I could just build a foundation up to it, you know? Like down. But it's not going to let me do it. Oh. I don't even have a chance to test this. Alright. Well, I guess we'll go mining. And I should have plenty of carbon. You can just straight up just mine really quick. As I'm sorry, as abundant as it is, you use so much pure ferrite that it's generally one of the harder things to collect. It's not the fact that it's hard to find, it's the fact that you just need so bloody much of it. Each rock usually kicks out about 165. I'm sorry, each rock kicks out 65, not 165. Up with 165, this will be over. I'm going to take about 2 1/3 rocks per room, not 4 or 5. of course. And the only major problem I have with it is, yes, sometimes you'll be like mining and all of a sudden Mr. Sentinel will appear. And you'll have to wait for him to go, otherwise you waste all that wonderful carbon. Looks like Mr. Sentinel's walked off that way, so we'll go ahead and mine these rocks. Now, one thing I like to add on any of my home bases is that the topmost tower will feature an observation dome. For that we will need glass, and you need to have a frost planet handy. Both of the systems I have, or both of the systems I'm currently utilizing, have an abundant planet or a bountiful planet or a rainy planet or something where I can spend all day and night on, and at least one ice planet. Although in the system it's listed as Hyperborean, which does give me pause. There's a big difference, in my opinion, between Frost and Hyperborean. Hyperborean suggests that it's going to be Antarctic. Frost means Boston in winter. Although, of course, right now we have the polar vortex going on, which will in future seriously date this video. Now, I made a classic and terrible mistake. I allowed... Oh, shoot. I meant to use other carbon. You know what? It's not that bad. I'm just going to stay out. I'll return to my... Since I'm right by my base, I will simply go back to my base. Now, the superheated rainstorms are much worse on this planet than on the one I called Amazonian. I think I have enough time to get enough ferrite before my protection is wrecked. I seem to be making good progress. And to recharge that, all I need to do is get into an area where it has a normal temperature, unlike your oxygen levels. They auto recharge. Looks like I just kind of want to make a door here. And see, it recharges. But there's no food. Ah. So, here we are definitely going to be building down and up. I don't remember about the other side. We should check now at the storm's clearing. Yeah. We will be building both down and up. It looks like we'll be having several tiers here. It's going to be kind of funny since the main one will only be going up. I want to go this way first. And I think a ladder only costs 30. Oops, I see where the problem is. I have enough for another door. Because I think I'll delete the other door up there. This is a better place for a door, I think. Perhaps not. Yeah. I think I know how to fix this little problem. It's only a slight problem. And it costs a bit of resources, but I think it will be well worth it. So what we need to do, we need to mine enough ferrite to build a corridor, I think. I wish there was a cheap corridor. Discount corridor. 30. Oh, there are two here. Well, that makes things far more efficient. Huh, I expected that to actually... Oh, I did. So now I've carved out my doorway. Now if I want to build it slanted up, I can use the turning manipulator. Oh, I see why I'm still in the... There we go. And what I'll do now is delete the top door. There we go. Much cleaner. We'll check our exosuit to find out how much ferrite we have. We have 195. But we need to do the other sides. Now the front, I'm not going to do another one down. But we will be doing ones up. Oops, that's not the right beam. See? I just came right over here. Trying to manipulate him to go away. Alright, well, I've always wanted to try that, and I have successfully manipulated the sentry, the sentinel, to go away. After a certain distance, they follow where the beam hits, rather than where the beam comes from. I didn't think that was a rock. Now there are no modules to actually speed up the process. The only thing you can do is eliminate or slow down your heat buildup, which means you don't have to stop and recharge. But since all it is making sure the beam goes away, there's not much point. Now what I do want to do is build one more room and then the connecting corridors, and then you can basically see how it all goes together. Now on Frost Worlds, when you have really trees all around, I do build wooden bases. This will be the last rock we get. I think we can finish the base. That is amazing. I would like to take a moment here. I just looked down. I would like to notice. Thank you, Mort Umbra and Zonflex Gaming, for the hosts. I am not normally hosted very often, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. This video is being live streamed, but it's also going to be going up on YouTube and the Cavalier Cavalry webpage. I'm going to build a new No Man's Sky section for it, I think, here in the next couple of days. I'm just kind of taking a brief look around. Okay, so obviously we have level 1 done. Now level 2 is not going to be full level because I do not want to destroy my wonderful mountain I've put this on. But we are going to do 3/4 of a level. And that's the great thing, is that you can build it on places where you can build to a certain point all the way down. I think it makes for attractive buildings. Structures. Large rooms. Square room. I could go all the way down there, but I do not think that would be well worth my time. Okay. Ooh, I do need I need 200 more. I do need 200 more. Sorry. I mean, mostly it's done. I need a little more 200, but... Oops. Okay, I do not see myself getting a sentinel. You need to finish the interior corridors. Trying to get a sentinel to pop. Oh, wait, there's already a sentinel. I should be safe then. Gotta watch my mining beam. Matter of fact, I shall go ahead and recharge it now. The danger also is that the sentinel going the wrong way will leave, and then when you go into your inventory and come back, a new sentinel will spawn. Looks like we're being lucky about that. Is there another one I can get really quickly here? I need how much more? What do I need? I need just shy. Ooh, I got lucky in there too there, as long as no new sentinels pop. It should be more than enough. I may take the chance and get the one I know that's just off to my left. This will be ample and to spare. Alright. That should be more than enough to complete the second, the lower level. The basement level. Maybe even to get a couple of props up. Oh, weed. Oh, we are finishing this level. I'm sorry. So, I think it's a little easier to do this from the inside. Okay, so it's a straight piece. This is going to be hard. Ah, I know an easy way to do this. I wish I could make glass roof corridors more easily, although they would be pretty useless right there. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to keep it. And we have a lower level now. The vistas are not as good, but that's okay. These are where the lesser people will be working. My grandmother actually worked at a lower level of a bank where it had just a little dugout arboreum, and it was so nice. She kind of liked that kind of arboreum, the low light or twilight arboreums. And see, we come back out. We got a nice little T section here for this level. Yeah, this goes straight into our bank corridor. And it's just a very simple and effective little place. Now, building the upper level, because I will be doing it to do join up, we will work from the back and move forward. But this is enough. Let's take a look at it on the outside. We have our main building with our teleporter. We have 6 additional rooms for equipment. Plenty of room for expansion. And we can put in a foundation just to make it look better. And it's a very clean looking base. Except for the big long corridor that's sticking out, but I find that having a long corridor makes it easier for you to get your gear and equipment in a timely manner. Oh, we even have a lower rear entrance on the lower deck, which is, I always think is nice. Sometimes inconvenient is the best form of convenient. Good views all around, really. Alright, with that, I'm going to close out this stream, and it's as it's a instructional video. And those of you who eventually will watch it on YouTube or CavalierCavalry.com, I appreciate you taking a look at it. I think this is the simplest and cleanest and most attractive way to build a base. And you may have a difference of opinion, and that's fine. That's all they are. They're opinions. And if you like it, I appreciate it. And if you don't like it, I am glad that you still stopped by and watched. And with that, may you boldly go.